Before we start, I just want to say thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers! This wasn't the video I was planning on making, but it is the video that you're getting. So hi, I'm Twee, and if you've been on any of my other social media, you might have noticed, a little guy floating around. For the uninitiated, this is Victor Gideon from the new Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Requiem, and I am obsessed with him. In fact, I ended up making, count 'em, 8 paintings of him in 17 days. So let's talk about it. Okay, so this all started with a Corey Kenshin video. Now let me get this out of the way. I am a Resident Evil fan, and I've been into it ever since Ethan Winters was introduced in 7. Then I got really into Lady Dimitrescu in Village. And so when Corey posted this video of his playthrough, I watched it immediately. And I was having a good time. I was giggling, I was watching a playthrough, but then this scene happened.
Hello?
It hasn't been easy. But after much effort, here we finally are.
Who are you?
I'm the one who planted that body. I'm the one that brought you here. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
And guys, when I told you that I audibly said, "Oh no," when I saw him, I'm not kidding. You see, my track record for characters that I fixate on isn't really the best, and he just ticked all the boxes. He's strange and weird and has an amazing voice and cool design. God, he was perfect. So let's get to the speed paints. So we're gonna do this whole thing kind of like a digital sketchbook, just me talking to you, because I don't want to write a script for, count it, 32 minutes of footage. So it's just gonna be you and me here, and I'm gonna just have the speed paints up as I talk. Sometimes I'll chime in about what's going on the screen. Other times it's just gonna be me talking about Victor Gideon. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the sketches that I did early on. This was when I was like, oh, I should draw him. I really liked him. I was like, oh, who is this? Who is this character? And I was like, maybe I should just do a little drawing, because I had art block before this. If not that anyone would have ever paid attention to that, but I didn't post really any art for a couple days, which is like, even though it's not saying a lot, and I've had longer periods of art block. Normally on this channel I post like pretty much daily, and I hadn't been able to post like any art because it was just not clicking. Everything I made looked ugly to me, and I was just like, okay, that means I'm on a break. So I went on a break. And then I came back. Specifically because I saw Victor Gideon. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna draw him. So the first drawing I made, which already passed, I was like, oh, that's kind of ugly. So I said, I'll do a study of him. And this is the study. And then I said, uh-oh, something just clicked. Something just clicked for me. Something's going in my head. So I was like, okay, I guess I can keep drawing him if I really wanted to. And then I continued to draw him for like 17 days. Like, I do have to say, there's no better way to improve your art than to fixate on a character. Like, if you guys watch June's video on Ginger Ninja OWO's like channel, and they're talking about the, like, either their Apollo video or their Shadow Milk and Pure Vanilla Cookie video, they're talking about how much it improves their art to have a character to fixate on. They are so correct. I, like, honestly, my skill level went up so much because so there was a period of time where I drew in a mostly semi-realistic style. which I think is actually a really good starting point for a lot of people. It can get you your, like, you gotta learn the rules to break them, essentially. But, like, my semi-realism wasn't, I didn't really learn the rules. I've never done a class, I've never taught myself anything. I just kind of draw until I make something, which is cool. I do art as a hobby. So I think, like, do art as a hobby, love yourself. But I stopped drawing in that semi-realistic style on this channel for like a good amount of time because I was kind of like, it made me feel like I had to be perfect every single time I drew, which is not good because you want to like your art and you want to have a good time making it, which I think, like, with all of these paintings that like, we're going into the paintings now. I actually like all of them, and I think the reason that I like all of them is because I had fun making them, because I had a character that I liked, and I didn't put any pressure on myself to perform for people, which is what I did so much in my past. Like, when I was making art, I was like, oh my god, I have to make sure this looks really good on my Instagram. I have to make sure people like this. I did not give a, excuse my language, fuck about what other people thought when I drew this. I was just living for me. And I think that's, like, kind of beautiful. And my art, like, I was finally able to go back to my semi-realistic style instead of just drawing more cartoony. But, you know, as we keep going, let me talk about the paintings. So the sketches before were like me being like, oh, I kind of like this character, I kind of like this character, and then like something clicked around the middle time and I was like, uh-oh, I really like this character, I really like drawing him, he's really satisfying to just get onto a paper. So this is the first painting I made, and it's actually the longest one. It took me like 7 hours to do this one, and like all of my other drawings are way shorter. I don't like to spend time on drawing. And I know that sounds weird, but stay with me. If I spend too long on a drawing, then it turns ugly in my vision. And I'm trying to stop thinking about my art as ugly because it's a bad habit. And you're like, if you're not rooting for yourself, then who's gonna root for you, right? But I've tried, like, I've noticed that if I am looking at an art piece that I've drawn for too long, I start to see all the imperfections in it. So that means I have to kind of get everything done quickly enough that I can just see the painting or the drawing and, like, see the good things about it instead of, like, being nitpicky and seeing the bad things. I think my max is 11 hours. I did an 11-hour drawing, and I'll put that right here. And that was the longest I've ever drawn. And I don't know if I can do that again. Like, I know people, like, and there's nothing wrong with taking a long time. If that is if that's what works for you, make that work for you. It just does not work for me. I can't take, like, 20 hours. I honestly wish I could, because if I could and still like my work, I could have some really detailed works, and maybe I'll work my way up to it, you know? I'd have some really great artwork in the future. And I am still proud of my art today. But, you know, this drawing, I'm really proud of it. That hand is delicious. Very proud of that hand. I have to say, anatomy has gone up for me. I have really started, like, my anatomy is not perfect. No one's anatomy is perfect. But I am improving. I improved a lot in a short amount of time. And I'm really proud of that. Just, like, I really like this art piece. It's really solid. I had, you know, I made it with him with his tactical visor and then one with him off, so you could see his eye. I really like the composition was really strong with this one. I think this is my best composition wise. Having his snake eye ring look like his eye was really, really smart. I'm really proud of myself for that. And don't you hear that? Don't you hear all that positive, like, self-talk? That's right. Clap it up for me. I am finally talking to myself in a positive way. That's something I struggle with. Yeah. On it, like, I'm really proud of the growth with all this. And then the chains, I did a lot of detailing here. This was, like, it was I can tell why it took me 7 hours for me to do. I spent a lot of time, like, doing detailed reference, looking at the reference and making sure it was correct. A lot of the other ones aren't based off a reference. I mean, yeah, actually aren't based off a reference. I did most of the other ones just in my head. I was just like, okay, what does he look like? And then I drew it. But this one I had a reference for. I took a photo of myself in this pose, and then I also, like, looked at photos of Victor Gideon. So, you know, that's the drawing. Yeah, you know, be proud of your art, everybody. That's, like, the best thing to do. Anyway, so, okay. All right, so this one is when I realized I could do whatever I wanted, which is probably why I drew him for so long. Because, you know, I was like, man, I really am liking drawing this creepy old man, but I also really want to draw a cat girl. Because, you know, I like drawing cute girls. Who doesn't like drawing cute girls? And so I was just like, what if I drew him in a cat maid outfit? So I did, you know? And it's just like, yeah, I can do that. I don't have to not do that. I can do what I want. And, like, it was that realization of I can do whatever I want that really made it click for me. Like, you are free to do whatever you want. It's the internet, and so many people can have opinions, but at the end of the day, I don't care. And that is just so freeing. So I drew him as a cat maid, and I'm sure that some people didn't like it, but I love it. And it's so pink and cute, and he looks so cute. Oh my gosh. Like, if you're an artist online, I've heard some people talking about this. There's a lot of people who feel entitled to your art. And guess what? They're not. So do it. Do what you want to do. I remember I was so insecure. Like, okay. Literally probably like 2 months ago. 2 months ago? Yeah. Like December. I could have never made this video because I would be way too embarrassed about the fact that I really loved a fictional character. Like, I just enjoy Victor Gideon. I would be so ashamed about that and be like, oh, but that's so embarrassing that I have strong feelings about something. But it's not. You should, the ability to have, like, the fact that I could even make all this artwork of a character that I really love is something I should be proud of. And it's something you should be proud of too. If you are if you were like me and you're struggling and you're like, oh, but I don't want to embarrass myself in front of all these people. Like, who cares, right? Genuinely, who cares? And if you're saying like, oh, what if all these people online judge me? Why do the people online matter? Not that I don't appreciate, like, I appreciate all of you, by the way. Everyone who's watching this, I appreciate you. I appreciate that you're here, and I appreciate that, like, you enjoy watching my content. God, the growth that I've gotten, 2,000 people is insane. I can't believe it. But at the end of the day, if you want to do something, it should be for you. It shouldn't be for other people. If you're happy, why does it matter? Why does it matter what other people want? Like, as long as you're not hurting anybody. Don't hurt anybody. But yeah, that's the drawing. Oh, look at it. I really like it. Okay, so then I started drawing, like, I just drew a little chibi, which people really like, and people wanted me to make it a keychain. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make it a keychain. So, if someone wants to leave a comment about how I can sell keychains of this, then be my guest. I would like to make keychains. That's like a side note, but I would love to make merch. Like, not that I have enough people to make merch for. I just want to, like, not not specifically for my channel, I just want to design merch. Because, like, imagine having a little keychain on my backpack that I drew. I would die. I would love it so much. But yeah, I just drew him with a little snake because it's cute. I love a snake. I don't know what to call it. Ah, okay. Sorry, I just, like, jump scared myself. This is the infamous Victor Gideon Cowboy AU that I came up with. I'm gonna make more art of this. It's coming soon. I didn't draw. I was going to draw today, but I mean, I just didn't feel like it. But this. Okay, so let me calm down and let me give you what was going on. So I have these OCs that are cowboys that I haven't like drawn or anything, but I was just thinking about cowboys. Like it was in the head. I also really like horses. I love horses. And so I was just like, what if I draw Victor Gideon as a cowboy? And then I was just like, I could just draw Victor Gideon as a cowboy. And then I was like, I'm gonna draw Victor Gideon as a cowboy. And that's what I did. So let me give a little explanation about this AU, because I had some questions like, why is the horse so small? So this horse is a yearling, and I was planning to draw his horse fully grown today, but his one in this AU, he's 8 feet. Why? Because I want him to be 8 feet tall, and you can't do anything about it. But his horse hasn't been injected like with the virus yet. He gives it whatever, like whichever version of the progenitor virus he wants to, but he gives it in this AU, he gives it the virus, and then it turns huge, and it's a huge horse for this huge man, and I love it. I love this AU, and a lot of people like it too. This is on my TikTok. This video blew up. I did not expect it to do as well as it did. I still get comments, and you know, thank you so much. I'm glad everybody likes it. I also, side note, like with all these pieces, I tried so many different like art styles and rendering styles for me. I did like a more realistic. This one is like my paint. This one uses a lot of color jitter, as you can see. It uses color jitter and it uses watercolor. The past one used watercolor. I did some block shading. I did like so much different stuff. I think it's like really great though. I like my art was so this is like I felt so adventurous, because normally I like stick to one thing, because I'm like, oh my god, I have to stick to this one art style, and I have to, because you know, what if someone wants to commission me, then what am I gonna do? I'm just like, why do I have to stick to one art style? I should be versatile. I can do whatever I want. Like, I know I keep circling back to this, but I can do whatever I want. You can do whatever you want. Like, I'm not hurting anybody by changing my art style. And, you know, this piece honestly looks really pretty. I see like issues in it, but like, honestly, that's me being self-critical. And I need to like lock in, because being self-critical doesn't really do anything. Like, what's the point? So yeah, like, I am really proud of it. The colors look really good. I am so solid about the colors. Oh god, it's really pretty. But yeah, hopefully the next painting of this guy is coming soon. Because I really like Cowboy Victor Gideon. So, ooh, okay. So this one is a little risky. This is my most, I guess, suggestive. Like, I don't want to call a body suggestive. This is like just having your shirt off, which I feel like should be a lot less like sexualized. Like, not having a shirt on is not having a shirt on. Like it's like it's a body, and I feel a lot of people were like, oh, this is so gross, and I'm like, guys, it's just a guy. It's a fat guy with his shirt off. What's up with you? What's up with you? What's your issue? That's like how I feel. But this drawing kicked my butt, because I suck at drawing. I mean, no. Let me rephrase. I have a harder time drawing just like front-facing bodies in perspective. I don't know. It was like the face. I had just had a couple issues with this drawing. I locked in. I kept like, there's like, stop. I was about to say something negative. Let me calm down. Like, there was some things that I didn't like about this drawing. But I don't think that that's a bad thing. I really like the top corner with him taking a puff of the cigar. That looks good. It was just like I think it was just because I spent, once again, we're circling back to like, I can't spend too much time on a drawing. I spent a lot of time on that bottom half. And so when I look back on it, I see the issues in it and not the good things in it. But a lot of people like this drawing, and I think that's one. It's because look, he looks attractive. It's whatever, but like, also I do think that people like it for a reason, and I should accept that there's a reason. You know, like, take compliments, guys. That's another bit of advice. I feel like this is just me chatting, and I'm just talking at you and giving you life advice. And I hope you like it. If you're still here, I hope you like this, because this is probably what the majority of my videos are going to be, not going to lie. Because if I work too long on a video, then guess what happens? I don't like that video. So it's better for me to just do a straight shot through and just let you see what I'm doing. I think that's... Okay. That's why I prefer short turn... Whoa. Did you hear that? I'm so sorry. I have a migraine, so my speech gets slurred sometimes. Okay. I think that's why I prefer short form content, because it makes it so I can just make things quickly and just post it, because I want people to see my art, and I also like I like just looking at my speed paints. Speed paints are just fun because it's just like, look at everything come together. I'm making long form content because I just gotta, you know, I gotta start doing more stuff. But, you know, it's easier to make short form things for me because I could just put a speed paint and not have to say anything. And I could do that here, but I feel like I should give you some commentary. Also, let's see. What do you want to know? When you're doing angles of the body, how did I do this? I got a reference for the legs, and then I took a photo of myself looking up because it's hard to do the underside of somebody's face. I blurred it a lot at the end because I thought, hold on, this is not negative, this is what I thought. I thought that the underside of his chin looked ugly when I drew it, but no, it doesn't look that bad. Like, it was fine. I kind of just panicked and goofed it. But yeah, I still really like that cigar. The cigar shot up top goes hard though, and I'm not mad at that. Sorry, my voice, like, my voice changes constantly. I have a deep voice, kind of, but also a high voice. My voice is just silly, and you just gotta get what you get. Yeah, get what you get, and you don't get a fit with me. Yeah. But actually, I really like, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I really like the stomach. I really am, like, proud. And the arms, everything. In the hand. Oh, I was cooking with gas over here. I hope you're liking this commentary, because I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, this came out pretty good. I'm definitely hypercritical, I think. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. If you're hypercritical of yourself, like I am, actually looking back, like, if you should make a video of yourself looking back on old stuff, and then you're gonna be like, man, I was just being really mean, because this art is pretty good. Because I remember when I was drawing it, I was like, oh my god, this is so ugly, this is so ugly, this is so ugly, like, as I was drawing. Now looking back, it's actually, like, fine. And I think it's actually pretty good, all things considered. Ooh, this is the watercolor one. This is watercolor and then smooth rendering. I like the way I rendered this one, and you'll see more soft rendering from here on out. But yeah, that was from Jin Sketch's brush pack, but like the soft rendering is T. I really like that. It looks really good on his face. Yeah, just the smoke. Yeah, I can see why people really went feral over this one. Also, side note, like, all the freaky comments that I get, especially on my TikTok, like, I appreciate them because it's just me sitting there and I'm being like, well, I'm glad that you guys like it that much. I'm asexual, by the way, so, I'm on the spectrum, but, like, on the asexual spectrum, I don't know if I'm completely, but I don't really I'm not like, ooh, oh my god, he's so sexy when I look at these drawings. But he is hot, and I think he's attractive. But okay, I'm like going into like the weeds, guys. Let's let's come out of the weeds. Ooh, Snake of the West. So this is my less this isn't my fully rendered style. This is less complex. This is just me drawing a little thing. I don't know. Cartoony is not really, I guess cartoony. It's like more like the style that I used before, which I don't hate. I like all of my styles, honestly. Oh my god. I was gonna burp into the camera. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Yeah. What else can I talk about? Okay. One thing that I did experience that I think is interesting while I was in this era of drawing him a lot was a lot of people were like, ew, why do you like him so much, you know? And I think that's weird. Like, I know we've said that don't yuck people's yums, right? And especially if, like, I understand. I am not, sorry. Hey guys, this is controversial, but I am not okay with pro shipping and dark shipping. I think there's something inherently wrong with being like, hey, like, grooming is cool. Like, I think there's something inherently wrong with that. It's like, especially without acknowledging, like, hey, this is not I don't approve of this relationship dynamic. But I think, like, there's nothing wrong with me liking this character and drawing him. And then people are like, why would you waste your time drawing Victor Gideon when you could draw Zeno? And I'm like, because I want to draw Victor Gideon. You can draw Zeno if you want to. Did you know that? You can draw the character you want to draw. You don't have to watch me draw this character. You don't have to comment. Which is fine. I don't care about people commenting. It's okay. But it's just like, you don't need to spend time hating something. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter at the end of the day, but you know, that's just something I noticed. And if you want to keep leaving comments, I don't care. But it's just like, you know, if you don't like something, you don't have to stay. And that's a drawing. All right. This is where we get into my more realistic rendering. I think this one is okay. I tried an oil painting brush this time, which I think looked really good for the skin. I think the textures on this are really good. My anatomy was a little off with this drawing, but it's because I didn't do guidelines. I kind of just, you know, rushed in there and drew something. And you know what? I still really like the final drawing. It's the background of my iPad. But, you know, there's definitely a lack of anatomy in there. And, you know, you take what you can. You get what you get. You get what you get. You draw something different every day. But this one is my more realistic rendering. I really like the texture of the skin. Textures were just really solid all the way around. I also drew a cane drawing with this same rendering style. Actually, it was a little different because I used a different type of brush, different type of brushes. Like, this is when I was still figuring out. But when I drew the cane painting, and that cane painting did numbers on YouTube. That's probably what a lot of you are here from, actually. If you're not, then thank you. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with being here from a popular drawing or whatever. Sorry. Can you tell that I'm running out of things to talk about? Maybe I should start scripting stuff, but also scripting things takes too much time. And once again, like I said, I can't spend too much time on stuff or else I'll hate it. So I just run in, I say my piece, and then I leave. And that's it. But you see the texture on his like forehead right there? That was an oil painting brush, and I really like how that looks. And I think that's kind of tea. What's the tea, sis? Wow. Did that age me? I think it did. Okay. Oh yeah, I did photo bashing for the first time with this one. Photo bashing goes hard. Try photo bashing if you haven't. It is good. You should photo bash. It makes things look nice. If you want to go for a more semi-realistic style, you should photo bash. Yeah, let's see. What else? What else? Oh, why do I like Victor Gideon? I know this is pretty far in the video to like talk about why I like him, but I think that like a lot of people, it is something that people ask, and there's nothing wrong with asking why I like a certain character. So let me give you the deets. So one, I really love his voice. I think that that's probably the main reason why I like him so much. Which is interesting because when I draw him, you can't hear his voice. But every single character that I like, no matter what, must have a good voice. Like, the voice acting has to be good. And it can be any type, it can be kind of any type of good voice acting, because, like, I really love Starscream. I really love Mbessa. Like, it can be a variety of things. But I think it just you have to have a good voice for me to like you, and that's what first gets me attached to you. And then secondly, I just really like his design. His snake motif and his head, like his visor and his like teeth, he's just very visually interesting and compelling for me to look at. And so I can draw him, you know. Another character that I have a very similar like fascination with is Michael the Distortion from the Magnus Archives, and I have a very similar like fixation on him, but he doesn't have a face. I've drawn him, but he doesn't have a way that he definitively looks, so I can't like, it's kind of difficult it's more just me making up what he looks like instead of me basing it off of something. And that's like it's kind of harder for me to do. Like, so it like, because when I draw Victor Gideon, I have an image of what he looks like in my head. I know what he looks like, so I can just draw him. And then, but it just, when I draw Michael, it takes more effort. So it just came together perfectly in a storm. And then I think the other reason is I met a lot of really nice people who also like Victor Gideon, and who really like my art of him, and so it just like inspires me to keep drawing him more. Like, I can tell that I'm reaching my end of like the fixation period, like, because this has happened before. This happened before with Chris and Noelle from Deltarune. If you know who those are, obviously you know who that is, but like, I had a art fixation on them as well. But when I had that fixation, like, I can sense when it's coming to an end, you know, and I can feel that it's coming to an end. Do I ever think I'm gonna stop drawing him? No, I didn't stop drawing Chris and Noelle either. I still draw them from time to time, and once the next Deltarune chapter comes out, then I will definitely be drawing them again, because I love the Snowgrave route. But you know, I just wanted to make this video of kind of like, see how far we've gotten, you know. But I met so many nice people who also really like Victor Gideon while drawing him, and I think that's really nice. So yeah. And anyway, just like we're coming to a close, we're getting ready to wrap up. I just want to say, like, thank you so much for the support that I've been getting just in general. Like, not with my Victor Gideon stuff, but now I'm heading on to, I think, my OC route. I'm drawing my yandere OCs and being all happy and giddy about my art. And you guys are so supportive about it, and I really appreciate that. Like, the love I've been getting is just, it's kind of too much. It's kind of insane. It's like, I feel like I'm, like, I can tell it's my imposter syndrome's kicking in, because I'm like, oh my god, these, like, people actually like me and like my art? That's kind of insane. But, I really appreciate it. And this is the final drawing that I did. I did it yesterday. It was just something simple, not as detailed as the last one. Yeah, my art has improved so much just in this small period of time. 17 days in the grand scheme of thing is like nothing. It's really nothing at all. But it's like my art and my ability to draw has just grossed exponentially in this short amount of time. I can draw faces way easier now. And, you know, his, like, actually, this is really specific, but his hook nose that I keep drawing, one of my characters has it. And I couldn't draw her nose for the longest time. And now I can. And that's like something so small, but it means so much, you know? So, like, yeah, if you like a character and you want to draw them, draw them. It's worth it. It really is. Don't be ashamed. And that's it. Alright guys, that was super long. If you're still here, wow. That's crazy. Leave a snake emoji in the comment section if you actually watched this long. And if you did, genuinely, that's insane. Thank you so much. Just thank you for everything, really. I couldn't have, like, made all this art and done all this work without the encouragement that I get from everybody who supports me. So just, thank you! I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I hope you liked all these art pieces, and, I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you liked it, like and subscribe. Bye!